Here we are again, everyone. Spiritual Tip Thursday, number 11.
11, 1, 1.
Ooh, that's a
That's a
really good
2.
number.
So what does that mean?
Well, 11 is like, to me, an ascended master number.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll take that.
So welcome back to another episode of Enthusiastically Spiritual. And this is one of our mini sharings that we do. So we are excited to share a little bit about some things and something today. Something.
What were you sharing about today?
Well, so lately I've been doing some posts on Facebook. So if any of you guys are not on my Facebook page where I do a live every day and I do sharings and all kinds of stuff, please reach out to me on Facebook, Teresa Shantz, because I'm on there all the time. And one of my recent posts, a social card I wrote out, and I said something like, what is a challenge that you have with your intuition? And a lot of people, or not a lot, but several people came back and said that they're challenged with the energy of others and the energy that they're feeling from other people. So I wanted to tap into that a little bit today and share a little bit on how it's important to be selective with where we put our energy and who we embrace energetically around us.
So have you been learning something about that recently?
Probably that's what we because isn't that the thing, like a person that's a maybe an in Alcoholic Anonymous, well, they've been alcoholic, or someone that's a sexual therapy, they've been sexually traumatized. So like, yes, Tom, I'm sure I'm learning something from that, and that's why that came up today as being the topic to share about.
So being selective with where or who you share your energy with. Well, you are energy. No one can take your energy. No one can give you any energy. You just are energy.
Right.
And receive some spiritual backing. So what do you mean by that? What are you talking about?
Well, what I'm talking about is for myself, as I move through my day, and I've really lately been, like Tom's saying, I am working on recognizing what my energy feels like and what other energies that I'm moving with and through each day, meaning like the places I'm going to, how does it feel when I move in there? When I'm working with Tom or my mom or someone else, how does my energy, how can I keep my energy feeling secure for myself as they're feeling what they're feeling and I'm not feeling that or picking it up, because I am very sensitive and oftentimes I do feel what other people are experiencing close by and not close by. And I'll tell you an example of this. And it's not been recent, but so both of my girls, or the souls who came through me as daughters, no longer connect to me. And one has been 7 years, one has been 5 years. And several years back, I found out from my mom, who they talked to, that one of them had a major car accident and totaled the car. I guess she probably was pretty banged up. I don't know exactly all the details because obviously I wasn't called and I didn't know about it. And during that whole week, I picked up on something going on. I had dreams about her, and so that energy of what's going on and also what do I do with that energy that I'm feeling when I'm sleeping and when I'm awake, knowing that there's something going on. That is how sensitive I am and how connected we all are energetically to one another, even if we don't connect with one another. Because as I share this around these souls that were my kids, many other people are going through the same situations where these young souls no longer, they disconnect. And this is very prevalent right now. So, but recognizing that even though if we're not connected, physically or talking to one another, whatever, we still are connected energetically. And so so for myself, that being selective, I just have to be aware of my energy and how I'm feeling and how what am I picking up on from other places.
Well, there's a lot of folks that will run around and say, "Oh, I'm so empathic and I can't handle all the energy I get bombarded with," and that sort of thing. So we have, we share with people techniques like spiritual cleansing, where you can uplift your aura and create more of a buffer. But, like attracts like spiritually. So if I have some thoughts or if I have some concepts or and every thoughts have energy. I'll attract other thoughts like that. It's great to be sensitive. This is something that I've shared many times. It's just knowing what you need to do with that. So, what I hear you saying is you pick up, uh, people think they're disconnected, but they're not. And we're all
No, we're
souls. So
not.
we're still connected in some way or another. People may think of us, and you'll feel those pulls on your energy at different times, especially when you yearn for others. You actually pull on their energy, and they wonder why they're feeling kind of funky and weird. But the main thing is stay relaxed, keep yourself positive, and really is discern. Oh, I'm picking something up. you know, uh, so why am I all of a sudden feeling so tired in the middle of the day? Who's thinking about me? Or is this me that's a little depressed today? Or is this somebody else in my environment or somebody else on the other side of the world? What am I picking up on? And I guess the sooner that I discern that, especially if I get really funky, I do something to change my energy. Like, okay, I'm going to go run for 20 minutes, or I'm going to go do something to, reset and then tune back into it. And then usually my first impression is, where I'm picking that feeling up from.
Right.
So, it's great to be empathic, I guess is the word that people use today, but we're all psychic. We all have ESP, or we all have natural intuition.
Mhm.
We're most of us just don't realize how sensitive we really are.
Absolutely. And I think the word that's coming to me as you're talking is subtle. So
Right. That's a good point. Yeah.
yeah, so these don't have to be like, like hit over the head. What the hell is that? It's subtle. These hunches, insights, and impressions come through. Sometimes they come through very quickly. Like I might just have a flash of, oh, I'm thinking about this one daughter, or oh wow, I'm feeling this, and what is that about? So an example of this happened to me recently. I'm trying to think of where exactly it was because it felt really crazy. Let me think of where we were at, and I had this heart thing pop in. I don't know. I can't remember exactly where it was at, but I'll give you the gist of what happened. We were at a place. Literally, we go all over the place, guys. So we're at a place, and all of a sudden, I felt like a heart, like my heart started palpating, and I felt like pressure and also anxiety. And as I was sitting there, it hit me, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is not me. So that energy that I was picking up from someone around the place we were at, it was very prevalent, and this happened to me before. So this is not my first rodeo with that kind of thing happening. So that's why I was able to go, even though it was a little more than subtle. Okay, I was still able to go, oh, what is that? That's not me. And as soon as I recognized that wasn't me, it dissipated. So again, that's a little more than subtle, but that was something that just happened recently. And again, I thought when I would share it, I would remember exactly where we're at, but it really doesn't matter, does it? Because it's a
No.
story. It's just what happened. And again, this has happened to me before, so this is not my first time that's kind of happened. But being able to just start noticing what you're noticing as you move through your day, and being selective with where you're at, who you're with, and just but your own energy is really key.
One thing that occurs is as people grow spiritually, their sensitivity opens up more and more and more. So I noticed that after taking, being involved in some recent courses, regrouping and instructing some courses, and one of the reasons I instruct, because I get a lot of insights out of it, is, my sensitivity is even, more, I'm more open, I'm more sensitive. So this is a good thing. It's just now the key is just balance that with discernment. Who am I picking up on? And then you can always work with your guidance to double check. Usually for me, I'll kind of get that impression pretty quick. If I ask myself, if I bother, instead of just like dwelling in the feeling of being tired or being unhappy or whatever's going on or under pressure, if I once I can, stop, relax, cleanse, and tune into my guidance, or tune into my own self for my own answers, it comes to me. And then you can always double check or recheck with your spiritual helpers, and then they can help you refine that. And then, you might say, well, I'm not thinking that way. Well, sometimes it's good to regroup with your guidance. In what ways are you thinking like that person? In what ways are you feeling sorry for yourself? In what ways are you over concerned about the future? So it just takes a little something to attract, that energy, and be thankful for it, because now it's being highlighted for you,
That's a
through your
win-win-win.
sensitivity, and now you can do something about it. So you can feel more secure and move through life, more easily, one step at a time.
So that's a good place to end, Tom. And we obviously went around the subject of being selective with where and who you share your energy with. And we hope that you got some good gems for yourself out of that today, listeners out there.
Yeah, because you might not be realizing it, but you're actually sharing your energy with people. And if you're feeling under pressure, you're really giving up some of your own positive energy to allow yourself to stay there. And
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah,
All
so
right.
that's why we're being selective with where we want to indulge our energy, you might say, as that might be another way of saying it.
I like that. When I think of indulge, I think of dark chocolate. So where am I eating my dark chocolate, everyone?
Yeah.
Thanks again for watching and listening to another episode of Enthusiastically Spiritual, spiritual tip number 11.
Yes, and remember,
That
life
is too
short
short to not be enthusiastic about your unique journey. See you soon. To keep the enthusiasm going, please like, subscribe, or comment below. We would love to hear from you.